YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we got another video here by Annie News. What is Sentenced to Be a Hero and why it could be the best anime of winter 2026. Okay, as we know, Sentenced to Be a Hero is going to release on the 3rd of January next year, 2026. That's crazy, man. 2026 is just in a few weeks from now. Well, 2 weeks precisely from my time. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. So yeah, guys, this is gonna be crazy. Let's just check this what's happening over here. This is about To Be Hero. No, I'm still stuck on To Be Hero X. Sentenced to Be a Hero. So let's check it out. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think, and let's go.
In a season of titans like Frieren, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fate, or Oshinoko, it's hard to imagine a brand new series could beat out all of them. Every single one has such incredible talent behind them that in any other season they alone would stand above the rest. Winter 2026 just so happens to be incredibly stacked though, so where normally 1 or 2 anime would shine and garner all the attention, this season has at least 6. We're absolutely feasting and I'm 100% here for it. There is one anime in particular I can't let slide under the radar though, and that's Sentenced to Be a Hero. The prison records of Penal Hero Unit 9004.
Prison records of 9004. What? So he was a prisoner?
Now, before I even tell you why this is going to be worth your time, just take a quick look at this first.
All I can say is, you know, as much as I can watch trailers, I'm not gonna be that guy. But we all know trailers can be one thing and the anime can be another. So don't be fooled. We have to watch the anime first. I don't want to say that, oh bro, this trailer is no. Let's watch the anime. Let's watch it first. You know?
Look familiar? Well, if you were able to recognize this as the same art style of Mushoku Tensei Season 1, that's because it pretty much is.
No, it's the same
the director Hiroyuki Takashima is the same man who brought us amazing scenes like this.
Oh my god, that bread scene. Oh, jeez Louise, making me want to rewatch Mushoku Tensei again.
And this.
Dude, this scene is what I always think of episode 10. I don't know if it's season 1 or season 2. This scene, my guys, holy shit. This is a scene. Like literally people always ask me, so what animes do you watch? I'm like, Mushoku Tensei. And they're like, can we see it? I show them this scene. This is the scene.
He's working alongside Yoshitake Nakakoji, who together did some great work as the key animators and animation directors for Mushoku Tensei. Now, you've probably seen me make these references before, but quality work like this should always be praised. It's why I'm so confident this new series by them will turn out amazing.
We'll see, man, because the story has to always story and animation have to be like this. You can't have too much good animation and the story is a bit, you know, it won't be consistent. It always has to be like balanced, you know?
Top that off with the series and script composition being done by Kenta Ihara, and I promise the narrative, pacing, and plot will be crafted as meticulously as possible. For reference, he's the same man who helped adapt Vinland Saga, Yojo Senki, and Death Parade.
Ooh.
So, unless the original light novel is absolute trash, already Sentenced to Be a Hero has a promising outlook for its quality.
We'll see.
What then is Sentenced to Be a Hero? Well, as a web novel first serialized by the author Rocket Shokai on the platform Kakuyomu, it would later go on to become the #1 series in the user-recommended category there.
Oh shit.
A year later, it would be published as a light novel, and in the awards for Japan's up-and-coming light novels, Sentenced to Be a Hero would receive 2nd place. So, in only its first couple years of release, Sentenced to Be a Hero had become quite popular. I can imagine that's because this isn't just your typical half-baked fantasy. It's a brutal war story governed by rigid rules and consequences. One that deliberately subverts the traditional power fantasy tropes.
Okay, the more I look at it, the more I like it. I don't know. It has a thing about it where it's like, okay, this is actually about to be fucking crazy.
a world where being a hero is a life sentence, death
Wow.
is nothing but a revolving door, and every
Wow.
victory just reinforces the system that keeps them fighting there forever.
Wow.
So, this is a post-apocalyptic world where attacks by demons are rampant, but not in the traditional sense like a demon lord and their army. No, demons here are more like a blight. Anomalies in nature turned monster that then attack anything and everything. It's probably more accurate to compare them to zombies since their
Zombies,
threat
yeah,
to
'cause it is
humanity
a
is
blight.
constant and relentless. That being the case, the fight against them is this never-ending war that requires a constant presence on the front lines. It's there you're either a hero or a holy guard, two
Whoa.
factions both serving the same purpose. The only difference is that where one is more your standard Knight of the Kingdom, the other is a forced position given to those convicted of the most heinous crimes imaginable.
Oh shit.
That's right. Criminals in this world are sentenced to heroism, and that's essentially a fate worse than death.
Oh, because when you're a hero, you're fighting the blight, these zombie-like creatures. Holy shit. Okay, now this sounds awesome. Oh yeah, now this sounds awesome. I'm definitely watching this. Definitely.
Reason being that in addition to having to complete the most difficult missions like some sort of Suicide Squad, you're not even granted the sweet release of death should you die while completing them.
You must go fight.
Death just means getting resurrected and sent right back to the battlefield.
What? That's isekai shit right there, my brother.
This has adverse
crazy.
consequences in and of itself, since even if death isn't the end, dying too much could be. With resurrection costing a piece of you every time it happens, eventually you just become hollow. You become this shell of your former self, and that could very well be a fate worse than death. Now, the specific group we follow is Penal Hero Unit 9004, a truly
9,000.
unhinged ragtag group of misfits much like how DC's Suicide Squad is. Some are genuine criminals well deserving of their role as hero, while others not so much.
Wrong place,
There's
wrong
the
time.
disgraced Knight Captain Xylo, the prolific
Xylo.
thief Dota, the delusional engineer Norgal,
Oh, this party looks good. This party looks really good. Looks really interesting. It seems like everybody is vastly different personalities. And of course, we got a lolly.
the crazed berserker Tatsuya, then a few others will meet along the way. They're commanded by the political convict Venetim, and together their dysfunctional dynamic combined with the dystopic setting creates for quite the unique take on what a hero party can look like. Our main character is the former captain of the Holy Knights Silo,
So I'm guessing he is kind of like, I think we have like two main characters. It's him and it's that lolly girl.
a now sentenced hero for the crime of goddess slaying. Goddesses aren't your typical
This girl,
deities
yeah.
either, but rather these organic weapons capable of summoning miracles. So, as
so
a
she's a
veteran who
goddess.
fought on the front lines before, Xylo takes the field again with a different unit. It's here he'll come across a new goddess, team up with her, and try to survive this never-ending war against the demons. I don't really know anything about this goddess, but just based on this single pose alone, she looks like a weird combination of Kashirika and Eris. Like, all the attitude of Eris with the confidence of Kashirika.
Hey, but
Combine
Kashirika was
that
a
with power
problem.
that seems akin to Gilgamesh's Gate of Babylon, and I think we're in for some pretty awesome action scenes.
Yeah, no, sounds really interesting. I think this is what we were kind of looking for, because we all have that itch of really good isekai. I mean, think about it. The beginning after the end was actually a really top 10 anime when, I think last season when it came out, you know, and it had the worst animation, but the story was fucking great, you know?
In any case, the war isn't the only thing these two will be navigating, as beyond that lies the mysteries behind a messed up society such as this. Remember when I said the world was governed by rigid rules and consequences? Well, not everything is as it seems. The institutions that create those rules and engineer the outcomes bound by them do so in a way that leaves many answers to be desired. So,
That's
the
sexy.
deeper we get, the more we see corruption beyond the demons, and it's Xylo's position in between all that which makes for quite the captivating story. I wouldn't say it's anything too complex, but with a world so fresh and characters so unique, I don't think it really needs to be. The dynamic of the unit alone seems so interesting already. Plus, this seems like a series where each character will get quite a bit of focus, so I'm curious to see what each of their own stories are. The most recent trailer highlighted a lot of them equally, including the moments when they were sentenced. They
Oh,
were scenes that
shit.
looked like they'll be used to build up the larger overarching plot.
Yeah, that's
Still, with a
awesome.
cast of characters as big as this,
It's
it might be
huge.
tough to develop all of them. As
I mean, they can attempt, you know, maybe give one person this season. Give, I think, the most important people this season, and then over the seasons, then, you know, we'll see if it's that good, you know, then it'll be good.
especially if they're only doing 12 episodes. We might
Yeah.
get lucky and get 24, but news on that hasn't been
No,
confirmed yet.
I doubt.
Fortunately, we are getting a 60-minute first episode, so I'm sure that'll develop.
Oh, yes. 60-minute first episodes, dude. You don't understand. Like, having a 60-minute first episode literally saves a lot of shows, because it literally it gives them time. That's the one thing I wish each and every single anime did. 60 minutes for their first episode, so they can get all of the bullshit, all of the fluff out the way, all of the story building, so they can have time to just release, and then we got a story, you know, because 60 minutes, it's so important, bro. Like, honestly, so important.
The plot nicely. It's also the first clear indicator we're in for something great. Not many anime open with a 1 hour long first episode.
No, not many. A few do, and the ones which do, top tier.
But of the ones that do, usually they end up being pretty good. And Crunchyroll even went so far as to do a premiere in movie theaters for it. There is, however,
No, why?
one detail I'm trying to understand, and that's the need for 22 animation directors and 132 second key animators. I'm not too familiar with what the standard is for the industry, but based on what I've read online, it's apparently not the greatest to have so many second key animators. As the people responsible for touching up the key animation from the core animators, a large number of them can sometimes be an indicator of heavy outsourcing and rushed productions. I'm sure that's not the case for this series, but just for reference, the original Mushoku Tensei only had about 20, most outsourced to Studio White Fox. That said, it's usually feature-length films like the Chainsaw Man movie or Jujutsu Kaisen that requires such a large number of them. So either we're getting movie budget quality all the way through, or something else is happening at Studio Kai. Personally, I like to think it's the former. The
Hey,
newest
man,
trailer does
hopefully it's good. That's all we can hope for.
show quality beyond what we've seen in any of the others, so we can only hope they can maintain it all the way through. And for those who have been lucky enough to see the premiere already, the general consensus was that it was great,
It's out
both the story and
already.
animation. So, in a season where so many anime will be competing for the top, you really don't want to miss out on this one. It'd be a shame to skip on something so high quality just because you never got the chance to even hear about it.
That's crazy.
Luckily, Crunchyroll is promoting it rather heavily, so I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes pretty popular.
Yeah, it might
For
be.
me, I've been craving a fantasy like this for a while now. So, once
Same.
that first episode airs on January 3rd, you can bet I'll have a cut content ready for you just a few days after. This
Yeah.
and Fate Strange Fake are going to be the series I'll be covering this season. So, if you want to see more content like that, then be sure to subscribe with notifications on.
Definitely.
We've got a big season.
Yeah, no, we got a big season ahead. That's the end of the video, guys. We got a big season ahead. We got this. We got Frieren. We got, dude, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise season 2. Bro, this season is about to be crazy. It's about to be jam-packed, and I'm here for all of it. I'm gonna try my best to cover as much anime as I can, but at the same time, I'm gonna be watching many. So I'm gonna cover a few anime. Definitely want to do that. I feel like this year I started off on fire. I think winter animes are always my strongest, and summer, but then fall and spring, I was very lazy with my animes. I don't want to have that ever again. I want to be strong with winter anime, and throughout the whole year I just want to have fire. But make sure you guys like and subscribe and tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.